All right. Well, it looks like we are indeed set to travel around the world racing in all of our knockout tours. That's right. It is Mario Kart World, brought to you by the one, the only Peas. Take it away.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for that amazing intro, JD. So this is Mario Kart World, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch title, and of course the newest Mario Kart game in the series. And as JD mentioned before, we're going to be doing some knockout tours. But before we get into all of that, I believe we had a character bid war. Is that right?
Ooh, yes, we did. Yes, we did. Chat, did you come in? Did you come through? Did you come through? Yes, we did. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, it looks like, yep, it looks like that Swoop has swooped in and taken the lead with a whopping $160 to top that leaderboard in support of our good friend Sarah. Toadette put in a really good push at just under 130, followed by Cal at 100, and Bowser trailing behind at 60. So looks like we are gonna be swooping around the world.
That's honestly awesome. So now, before I complain about Swoop, which one are you? I'm just kidding. It's true. So, Swoop is actually really good for the competitive side of Knockout Tour, since lightweights have better acceleration and whatnot. And of course, Bowser is the best character to use. But for the sake of having fun, we are going to play as this silly little bat. I will not use the other S word. I'm going to do my best to not flame Swoop as much as I can. As you can tell, I'm not a Swoop enjoyer. I like Baby Daisy more. No, it's all good. And also, fun fact, Swoop has the fastest animation time in between races. So instead of my usual home X extra, I'll play all the animation and we're just gonna do that. It just saves menuing time for me. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the awesome Knockout Tour. This is a brand new mode where essentially, if you're in like the bottom 4 of each lap, you get eliminated. So it goes from 24 racers all the way down to the final 4 when we get to the end. So thankfully, we're fast for the most part, and we can go through all 8 of these cups. So let's go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So starting things off, we are going to be traveling through a quick set of animation courses where you're essentially going from literally the starting line of, like, let's say Desert Hills, for example, all the way to lap 6, which in this case will be Acorn Heights, one of the brand new tracks. And I'll do my best to introduce the new tracks as we go through here. We're starting things off with, again, Desert Hills from Mario Kart DS, and this is a very good pull. I'm going to do my best to hold on to the star so that I can pull motions behind this so I can take a pretty big shortcut. And hopefully I can get some drafts here. Very nice. So, okay. So, lucky I'm having to get used to playing Swoop over Bowser here, since I would be in the front by now, but we can use some power items here to go through some shortcuts and then muscle all the way into first. Oh, actually second. That's even better. I need to draft. And really good pull. So, fun fact, the Ghost cannot take the Super Horn anymore, like it did in 8 Deluxe, but unfortunately, that doesn't mean that the bots can force me to use the horn. So, move, baby Rosa, move. Oh, do not play anything bad. Okay, it's probably coins. All right. No, thank you. I'm just going to take that first. Thank you very much. And yeah, so since we're using a slower character, it's going to be easier for the bots to do that. Or to rubber band me, of course. Alright, so the next course that we're racing through is Mario Bros. Circuit, the tutorial course. You know, like your usual, like, I don't know, Mario Circuit, Luigi Circuit, what have you. First course of the game. And that's a little unfortunate. And also brand new to Mario Kart World are these cool rails, and you'll see very soon I'll be riding lots of walls. This is basically a parkour racer, to say the least. So if you enjoy, like, let's say strat reliant racing, I think Mario Kart World does a really good job of forcing you to know a lot of strats in the game. That's not to say though that this game has some pretty corny items, like the hammer item that that the hammer bros use, the ice flower, which is literally a clone of the fire flower, and I think there's like one more new item. But anyway, we have some returning items from. Actually, there's the coin block item, which is unfortunately another coin item which can be pulled in first place now. There was actually a recent update where they increased the chances of the coin block being pulled in first, and also the coin shell as well. This item system it's sort of designed to be a bit more chaotic, let's say, because we have 24 races as opposed to the usual 12, but for the most part, it's pretty good. Oh, that's a red shell coming for me. Check this out. So if you press down on the D-pad, you can actually rewind 2 seconds to the previous state. Unfortunately, that does lose time, but we actually do need this rewind button for blue shells. Now, the reason why I did the rewinds for those reds is because I want to use my horn for the blue. So occasionally, the AI will throw like 6 or 7 red shells, at least in Knockout Tour. So it could be pretty annoying to deal with. Oh, you know what? Screw that idea. Give me this. Oh, I burnt my horn just with the blue. Maybe I can pull another one, right? Nope. Well, check this out again. Rewind.
Oh my gosh! Is that like for real? Is that a skill like that you just is anyone able to do that like in any race, or is that specifically unique to Knockout Tour?
So it's actually unique to offline races. So basically versus mode.
Makes sense. Okay. Cool.
The other fast way of poofing blue shells is to actually fall off the track. And in this game, the whole returning feature of if you fall off the track, you lose your item, which can be a little annoying, especially if you're like in first and you have like defensive items, but then you're forced to fall off the track and then you get eaten by like triple res in second. But for the most part, it's pretty tame. So the other course, I actually forgot to say the name. It was Choco Mountain for Mario 64, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all, if you listen to the music, I think you know where this course is from. Totally not Mooma Meadows. And Nintendo, for some reason, loves the cow and Mooma Meadows, so this track returned for like the second or third. I don't even know if this track returned in Mario Kart Tour, but regardless, we're racing on the cow track again. All right, so a lot of this is also just driving in a straight line. Thankfully, I've not been getting completely destroyed by the CPUs with items, and now that I say that, I'm gonna get owned by red shells. But to be honest, this run also does have a chance to PB if all things go well. Granted that a lot of it is just we're just playing the lottery in terms of like whether or not we're gonna get hit by certain items, certain shocks or blues. And I think this is like the 3rd blue of the match. So.
Oh wow! Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
I cannot get over that. Oh my gosh! Incredible.
So that little item that I was dragging around was the dash item, which if I were to be playing, not like one of Bowser's minions or whatever, we can actually use that to transform into a costume. That's actually how you unlock like the costumes in this game. So we're actually going to grab this dash item here because I'm going to use it to take a small shortcut. Right, it's going to be right near this railing, and thankfully the ghost can't take that item, so I have to hope to pull a defensive item here when I take this cut. Do a little charge jump there to get some speed, and that saves a little bit of time versus going around. Now you might have seen me just do multiple tricks there, and that's the first shock. That's awesome. This is kind of similar to, I would say, Sonic Riders, where, of course, if you rotate the stick, you get multiple tricks. But in this game, if you input the trick button and then angle the stick and wherever in the air, you can actually do some alignment tricks to either keep some air or to align yourself in a different line as you're landing from said trick. Okay, that's double reds. I'm going to rewind this, and hopefully that's not another red behind me. I think we're good to go. All right, so we are almost done with this first cup here. We're gonna go straight into Knockout Tour. Knockout Tour, Acorn Heights. This is Knockout Tour. All right. So this is actually one of my favorite new courses in the game. Probably one of the courses that I dumped a lot of time into. So we're gonna hop on this rail, take this glider here.
Nice.
So this is like not even the cool part yet. All right, so we're gonna get on this railing here, trick off to the side, trick right on here, and then slam the brakes, get a trick here, and there we go.
Nice.
So that's one of the day one stress. That's still really fast versus going around. And just like that, we are done with the first cup.
Good race. Nicely done. Oh, look at the little Swoop. Okay, Swoop might be warming up to me a little bit, and there's definitely a lot of love for this little bat inside chat as well.
Perfect timing for any of your amazing words, JD, since we're going into the next step.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Well, excellent job, Peas. And Swoop is absolutely swooping around. I do want to remind everyone again that we are still going through why we're all here is for the Saving Sarah Mutual Aid event. And Sarah will be hopping in with our next run with Guild Wars 2. And there's a new bid war that's in play. So in case the previous bid war wasn't spicy enough, this final bid for the event, chat will decide what outfit Sarah will equip her character with during the showcase, and it can be changed anytime. It's a rolling bid war. Ooh. So it will remain open, and you can continue to make contributions. You could make my and Sarah's job challenging by constantly changing who's in the lead, and I'll make sure that I go ahead and announce that all throughout that Guild Wars 2 showcase. And those donations will also go towards the milestone to see the cats inside Guild Wars 2 as well. That has a $3,650 milestone goal, which is just over $200 away. Let's get those donations in chat. ! Donate.
Cats? I love cats.
Indeed. I mean, as a dog representative, I will accept and welcome cats for a good cause.
Well, one of these days, the dogs and cats will actually, find a common enemy and be best friends from here on out.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so that was a Sky High Sunday from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe / Mario Kart Tour. I actually could have used my shroom through here, but I'm going to attempt a pretty cool shortcut. I think we actually have a shroom to make this setup a little bit easier. So I forgot to mention that mostly anything is trickable in this game. So what I'm gonna do is shroom through this cut here, trick off this rock, and miss the tree. That's awesome. You know what? Let's see if I can do this. Can I get a trick off this tree? Yes, I can.
Nice.
There we go. So even though I completely missed that giant tree, we still save a little bit of time versus going all the way around. And I do have a ghost in first. The only way that I could use the ghost to dodge incoming red shells and whatnot, but the only real way that I can lose this ghost is if, of course, the shock happens, and I hope it doesn't happen. So anyway, I'm actually going to be going for this little skip right here, if I can set this up properly. Get on this thing. Nice.
Nice.
Barely hit that light pole right there. Now, unfortunately, in Mario Kart World, just a little quick spoiler, we're not able to drive underwater. Basically, we're just driving on it, which I guess makes a form of sense, I guess every single vehicle is just an ATV, I suppose.
ATV, it's true. Yeah.
All right, so that was actually a new course called Starview Peak, and we will be seeing Starview Peak again. Unfortunately, it's not all of the course. We're just driving through bits and pieces of it, and there it is. That's a little unfortunate, but that's okay. We're gonna be driving through Dandelion Depths. It's actually, if you play the actual track, it's pretty beautiful, especially if you love the Parabitty Bud. Definitely its main course. All right, so I'm looking at the map here, and I'm just watching the CPUs just completely Mario Kart each other. Thankfully, it's not happening to me. They're finally getting a taste of their own medicine.
There you go.
All right, so we're driving through this little section here, and we can take this little glider. And this is actually pretty useful, especially when we're getting hit by blue shells or shocks, that we actually have less hit lag whenever we are, whenever we're hit by them. Now, what I'm gonna do is actually take this dash item here. Now, even though our next track coming up is Cheap Cheap Falls, I will be needing the dash item for when we get to the last track of this cup here. All right, so again, this is Cheap Cheap Falls. I mistook the music for like Dragon Driftway because it sounds very similar. It's got the old Dragon Driftway vibes, dare I say?
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's all say hello to the Wamp. It's a Wamp and a ramp, so Wamp.
Oh, nice.
All right, and these little Cheap Cheeps here. And oh, there goes my green, but thankfully we do have our dash item in case we get hit by something. We can just use it to quickly come back up to full speed. Now, I mentioned earlier that Bowser is the best character to use, and that's because he actually has max stats across the board for every type of terrain, actually. So this game has hidden stats kind of similar to Mario Kart Wii. Where, like, I believe Funky Kong was the best character in the game due to his mini turbo stat being completely busted, especially for heavyweights, and that's unfortunately another red, so we're just gonna rewind that to not lose coins. And again, Bowser with the Real Racer or Junkyard Hog has max stats across the board, and since a lot of it is just driving forward versus relying on snaking or just cranking out mini turbos, we're better off just choosing a vehicle that essentially allows us to have the best possible speed on every possible road. So this is the normal terrain. There's also dirt, water, and there's one more. Oh, snow. And I guess I think Desert uses dirt terrain, but regardless, different characters have different hidden stats. Depending on the type of terrain. Like, for example, the cow actually has the world record in Moo Moo Meadows, given she has similar stats to Bowser, but only when she's on the whenever she's on her dirt, essentially. But the only reason why she's used over Bowser is because she has better mini turbo speed.
Oh.
All right, so I actually need to make sure I do this correct, because if you notice, whenever we get to the next lap, you're basically guaranteed an item, and that is a blue shell.
Blue.
Just gonna back up, put that rewind. Not chain our item here. And if my memory serves, we do have the dash item right here. So we are just going to snag this real quick. Now, I do need 2 of these because of this shortcut right around here that saves a little bit of time. 1, 2, and there we go.
Nice.
All right, so this is Crown City. This is another one of my favorite nitro courses. Great uses of the rails, and we actually get to race section 2 of the track. And what I mean by section is that each lap is basically different. You're either going from point A to point B, or you're essentially just driving around the track entirely as like one whole big lap split into sections, and that mechanic was of course introduced in Mario Kart 7. All right, so we're just gonna do a bit of a new strat here, but we're gonna do the easy version of it. Since the other version is slightly inconsistent, and you're better off just going for this, which saves a little bit of time. And there we go.
On safety. Nice.
So that was a very good Ice Flower Cup, and now we're gonna move on to, I believe, no, it's not Acorn. It's, all I remember is that's the Blue Shell Cup is the fourth one. Once I'm gonna see, I'm gonna get mad for forgetting. All right. Moon Cup. There. Yeah, of course. Now, this one also features some iconic courses, and for some reason, we had to play Moon and Meadows again. Oh, there's also Birdo, I think, giving Cataquack the side-eye. Now, I actually used to be a Birdo main back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, as some of you may know, but unfortunately, she is not entirely the best to use in the game. Even though midweights and lightweights are the meta, Birdo is actually much better on water courses for some reason. But if you want to use like a midweight, you basically want to use like Yoshi, the princesses, or as Peach and Daisy. And I think there's like one more midway that we can use. Oh, this is cool. So we do have a, whoa, okay, go on, Baby Daisy. So we actually have the Mega Mushroom returning for Mario Kart Wii. I don't know why they decided to bring this back in the game, but it's actually pretty broken to pull in a bottom spot, and I know King Boo's gonna back his grin at some point. Oh, wow. Caught in 4K. All right, so we're gonna let him hopefully pull a coin, because I would love to not get owned by any of his items. Now, for some reason, the CPUs can actually pull triple greens in first, and it's only the CPUs can do it. Like, whereas the human players get the normal luck, and I'm gonna use the star so I can take a little cut and go straight into first. And the nice thing about this Mega Mushroom is that, much like the horn, it can't be stolen by Ghost.
Nice.
All right, so that's the feather that King Boo just used. Another returning item from the Super Mario Kart, actually. And we are now playing Toad's Factory. I think out of like all the courses to return in to any Mario Kart game, I think a lot of folks were wanting this more than anything from Mario Kart Wii. Like, similar to how folks wanted Waluigi Pinball from MKDS, Toad's Factory is a big fan favorite. All right, I'm gonna pop this Mega a little early in case it gets shock out of me. If I Mega'd a little earlier, I would have been able to get that set, but that's honestly okay to not get that box there. And put ourselves back to 20 coins. Oh, that's Kamek. Now, oh, okay, what's the Kamek? Oh, I would have turned into the cow. That's unfortunate. So
we would have had cow.
Yeah. So Kamek was actually a character in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but for some reason Nintendo decided to turn him into an item where he'll transform the racers into a random character, and that's actually how you unlock some of the enemies in Mario Kart World, by basically someone pulling a Kamek and just going from there. So
interesting.
Now, if he turns you into, like, let's say Nabbit, a lot of bombs are going to appear. Of course, if he turns you into the cow enemies will appear, and basically enemy spawn corresponding to the character that Kamek transforms you into. Some of them can be good, and some of them are bad. One of the Kameks that I do not want is Nabbit, considering that some of the bombs are super unavoidable. So I'd much rather transform into, like, let's say the cow, because really, like, all that they are just, they're just there. All right. Now, the one reason why I actually chained my green there was because I wanted to have it to where the ghost can take my coin as opposed to my defensive item, and we're gonna rewind again. lots of blue shells this run.
There are quite a bit.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not really a way to manipulate the item system. Like, there's not really like a seed that we could, you know, arguably augment so that, you know, we could, like, we know when we are going to get blued and whatnot. We just have to play the game, you know, as is. That being said, though, I think a no items knockout tour would be really, really brutal, because it would just be all lines, and if you make one driving error, that could possibly, like, you know, mean your race. But for the speedrun, it'd be great. That way I could just have, you know, a peaceful run and have it all come down to execution, which thankfully there is a category similar to that in versus mode, where you can actually turn off the CPUs and basically only race basically the timer and just, you know, like, use items like the feather to take certain shortcuts. That's pretty much it. I wish there was like a category where we could turn off the items. That's actually one of the quality of life changes that were removed from Mario Kart World, which is a little bit unfortunate. But 30 tracks, no CPUs. It's a pretty good category. All right, so we are now back to Dandelion Dev. So we are going to be seeing some track repeats here, as there are only 30 base tracks in the game so far. And that's a red shell. Jump over that.
Nice.
And unfortunately, there is a blue shell. Actually, am I in the line to fall? I'm not in the line to fall out here because the blue is a little too fast for me. Oh, perfect.
2 dodges for the price of 1. I'd love to see it.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, that does cost me a little bit of time, but I'd rather have that versus... Oh, thanks for taking my coin block. I already have max coins.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, so I believe we're coming up to Cheap Cheap Falls again. And then we're going to be ending on another Nitro track, which is one of my favorites. All right, so, oh, same pool again, but actually we are shocked in the air, so we didn't lose that much speed. Oh, wow, shock blue. Fantastic. So many blues. You know, I really hope that some of y'all have been, you know, giving yourselves a little challenge. You know, like every time a blue shell comes, you know, maybe a $5 train for every blue shell that happens, you know?
Yeah, or even like counting the number of blue shells and making that donation after each cup, or after all of the tours are done afterwards, could be a thing too. Mm-hmm. I have not been counting, unfortunately, so. But one would say, like, it's been about 5 blue shells, right? About 5, maybe?
Probably 8.
Oh my gosh. There have been a lot. That's true. And you have been dodging quite a few of them, so yes. Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll say it's 8 here as well. Or if you want to do the $5 donation when you see a blue shell, just like Pete had mentioned and Satan is encouraging in chat, feel free to go ahead and do so.
Yes, absolutely. So we are coming up to, I would say, Madagascar Escape to Africa, part of the, you know, track. We're going up into Faraway Oasis, one of the best tracks in the game, in my opinion, or at least one of the new ones they introduced. Now, I will say these tracks do play differently online, but I remember really enjoying Faraway Oasis the first time I played it. So pay very close attention to how I'm going to drive this. Alright. So what I'm actually not going to do is a little edge trick there, since it's a little risky, it's very cool, saves a little bit, but really difficult to pull off. Alright, so we're going to get on this rail, get off of this, do a trick, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that was close. Get on this rail here, one extra trick, and there we go. And hopefully I'm gonna go for a little feather here so I can take a little cut. Oh, that's not a feather, but that's okay. So instead, we're gonna cut through the grass a little bit. Oh, no SMT. Unfortunate, but that's Faraway Oasis. All right. So
Nice stuff.
yeah, we're almost halfway done with this run too. So if you got
Almost halfway done. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah, you've been absolutely flying by, and it's been so cool to hear about each of these tracks. But folks, that is a really good point. Let's get those donations in to help support our good friend Sarah, who will be streaming after this. And to give a little bit more information on the bid war, we've got 4 outfits that are options. One is a Midnight Hunter. Another is the magical outfit. Another option is the hologram outfit, and I think that chat may be a little partial to this one. There's the adventurous hat outfits. All of them are sitting fresh green grass, ready to be gone and explored. But we do need your donations in to see which costume Sarah will lead with first.
Ooh, yes, yes. Cats, kitties.
You heard it here, folks. Peas wants more cats.
All right, so this is Boo Cinema, another amazing new track to come to the game, and unfortunately, we had a little bit of friendly fire with the other switches, barely getting me, but that's okay. I actually wanted to get another mushroom there so I can actually take 2 shortcuts, but I'm actually going to attempt a new strat here. Actually, I'm going to go for wide for some coins. And when I say new strat, I mean I literally learned it like literally right before this run. We're just going to back this green. Oh, bye, Luigi. All right. So the new strat is not right here. Gonna ignore those. I forgot what those called, but I remember that they're from 3D World. All right, so you're gonna get on this rail, and okay, perfect. Oh, okay. I think that was Third's boomerang, but oh, okay, Piranha. You might be a little fast. Okay, I'm gonna go around here. So what I'm gonna do? Trick over this, get on this one. 1, 2. Okay. Can I still? Yeah. Okay. Cool. We barely saved it. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's triple reds. Okay. You know what? So we are gonna let Piranha Plant have this one, unfortunately. Yeah. You know what? That's totally fine. So. I think to play it safe, that strat, you could just take the 2 light poles and and just go from there. But well, let's say we semi got it. So, keyword semi.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
as long as you win at the end, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wanted to snipe him. Hey, come on. No. Yeah, that's right, buddy. That's right. Let's see what my box is gonna take. Yeah, take the single. Do not put triple greens behind me, please. That's Nana. Okay. All right, so we are now on my favorite track of the game, which we will see again, DK Pass, from Mario Kart DS. And I didn't think that this would be my favorite track. Oh, come on. You know what? Oh, I can't do the strat again. That's unfortunate. All right. Well, you know what? We are going to do a little bit of catching up here, and hopefully you don't take my double. Okay. Ooh, okay. What? Okay.
Ooh.
Well, thankfully we do.
That worked out.
Yeah, we do have a couple of strats that we can use to catch up to Piranha Plant here. Even though bro has a little bit of a breakaway, we're gonna draft off this Luigi first. Let's see. That is a boomerang. Also boomerang, bro. Shout out to boomerang, bro. Okay, so that glider is actually not fast at all. And by the looks of it, I should be able to catch up with these mushrooms here.
Nice.
And then I'm actually going to do a little bit of a shortcut. And since we have a mushroom, I can just I can cheat a little bit and cut through here. And even though Piranha Plant is gonna get first again. Oh, okay, shroom triple greens. I can make this work. Oh, there's the blue, finally.
Nice.
Finally, someone else is just getting owned by blues, except for me. All right. So now we're coming up to Salty Speedway. I actually kind of didn't like this track at first because of how like the water physics played out, but the more that I play it, the more that I've pretty much grown to somewhat appreciate it. All right, now we are on Swoop, so if I were Bowser, I would be able to cut through this water without losing too much speed, but you know what? We're gonna do it anyway. Actually, no, we're gonna stay on the sand a little bit and then cut through the water. All right, now you are gonna see that Prime Play is slowly catching up to me since Swoop loses a little bit of speed in the water, but the real racer actually does have max speed on all terrain. So we don't lose that much speed. Oh, he just greened the Cataquack. Oh, he greened 2 Cataquacks. Yikes.
Wow. They didn't deserve that.
Nah, poor Cataquack. Now, I'm almost certain that some of y'all fans from Mario Kart Wii / Mario Kart Double Dash may recognize this track. I think one of the only tracks where the Cataquack, exists on, and that is Peach Beach. And we will get to see Peach Beach again. Like literally the first track on the next cup, believe it or not. All right. So if you were to play the actual track of Peach Beach, it's no longer your usual 3-lap course. It's actually a sectioned course. For reference, if you've played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Peach Gardens, you know, like the first 2 laps, you're basically playing the track, as intended, and then on the 3rd lap, you're actually driving the track in reverse. It's kind of sort of that twist, which is really cool. All right, so we're gonna go this way. Actually, take this little ship here, and hopefully we can dodge the shock here. No, all right, that's fine. All right, so you're gonna be seeing me shake a little bit in the camera. That's because I'm doing a motion trick. I'm trying to get all these water tricks here. And we're coming up to my second favorite track of the whole game, Wario Shipyard. And actually, I think you can trick off this. You know what? Can I get a trick over here? Well, I wanted to do something for science. All right. So this is Wario Shipyard again. We're gonna go for a charge jump here if I can get it. Hit this tree. Nice. Okay, lemon tricks, tricking in the water. And this next part is actually the hardest part of the track. Get this SMT. Can I get the charge jump? Oh, I cannot get the charge jump here. So that pacing was a little bit awful. And for some reason, your charge jump can get canceled, depending if you don't get the right waves. So if anything, you should go for the first NISC, and not go for the rail, if you, especially with 20 coins, since I forgot to mention, coins make you faster. And in this game, you have 20 coins, which is basically slightly faster than 8 Deluxe having 10 coins. Yep, alright. Oh, I just noticed Prime Play got knocked out. That's funny. Bro,
that's funny.
Bro,
oh goodness.
Bro took my 3 stars just to get knocked out. What place did he get? Oh, he got 5th. He was 1 spot short. Fortunate.
Now, while you're getting set up for the next run, I do want to share that we got a $7 donation supporting Sarah from More Cats, put towards the Adventurous Cat costume to kick us off with Guild Wars 2, with a comment that says, "More cats, please."
More cats.
Let's get those donations in.
Even the Cataquack is saying, "More cats, please." Oh, there's Piranha Plant again. Let's see if bro locks in this time.
Right.
So we are on Peach Beach again. The first 2 tracks are actually GameCube tracks. Spoiler alert. Now this is actually the worst cup in the game, literally because of Lap 1 Peach Beach. And oh, okay. This is not the item that I wanted. You always want boosting items for the like as your first 2 slots, at least for the speed run. That's a coin shell. Don't hit me, thank you. I think that was a boomerang that was being thrown at me, but oh, okay. Whoa, where are we going? Okay. Well, we changed the plans here, so this glider is actually intentional. However, the strat that I'm gonna go for is gonna be a little bit difficult without the mushroom. Get out of my way, Wario. All right. So we're gonna trick off this side here. Latch on again. Oh, take the tree. No, I cannot. Okay. So it's actually easier to do that strat with the mushroom, but we were able to cut off a little bit of straight driving there. All right, so I actually need some coins. Considering that we are using a lightweight, especially for a knockout tour. I mean, coins matter a lot, like regardless of what mode you play. But in the case of knockout tour, they matter just a little bit more because we want to break away from the CPUs as much as possible, or just break away from literally anyone as much as we possibly can. Oh, that is a boomerang. Okay, that was his last charge. Good. So one thing to know about these stupid boomerangs here, they actually have 4 charges now as opposed to 3, and you actually can't chain it anymore, so it won't go in your second slot, which is a little bit annoying, especially if you have like a mushroom behind it. You unfortunately have to spam your boomerang in order to get it out, and I've actually lost a handful amount of races because I was just not able to get my boomerang out. Alright, so we're going into GameCube track number 2, and this is a fan favorite, but not a P's favorite, Down Down Jungle. Now, I probably have pretty much triggered the amount of Down Down Jungle fans out there. I did not like it in Double Dash. I loved it in 7, and I'm warming up to it in this game. Oh, that's Kamek. What do we get? Oh, the Pianta. And for some reason, no. Okay.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah. Out of my way, Boom Boom. All right, since we have this feather here. Okay. Oh, that's a wall. Interesting. Learn something new every day. So I was actually expecting to get a trick off of that little tree, but good to know that some trees are just walls. All right, so that's Down Down Jungle completed. We're now going to move on to one of the, I think the only other SNES track in the game, which is for some reason the baby park of this game, Koopa Troopa Beach. Now, I'm not really like a fan of, you know, Koopa Beach. I'm more of a baby park enjoyer than this, but thankfully we don't have to go around in the circle 5 times. We're just going straight. All right, and since we are not Bowser, we are going to take a little trip on the sand. Now we don't want to go wide here since that's going to lose us a fair amount of time. Holy green shells. All right, thankfully I think this is like the shortest lap in Knockout Tour as well. So if you want like quick knockouts, definitely pick this cup right here.
Yeah.
All right, so finally we are out of the retro track zone for the time being, and we are moving on to. I love the music for this track. This is DK Spaceport, which actually is more of a reference to the original Donkey Kong game. So you can, in a way, this is basically DK and Pauline. Also, shout outs to DK Bonanza. Shout outs to King J.
Yeah.
All right. Now, normally I would have, you know, used the rewind button, but because we have a dash item, we can just, you know, just use that to get back the full acceleration, and that's a blue shell. Now you might be wondering, can we use a dash item to dodge a blue shell? The answer is no, unfortunately, since they actually grant a super miniature boost, so which is like the orange boost color. So it'd be nice to use the dash item to dodge a blue shell, but unfortunately, Nintendo likes chaos. They don't like fun, they like chaos. There's a difference.
Exactly.
All right. So that's a red shell. Oh, okay, it thing. So I usually get fearful when I see one red shell because that most likely means triple shells. Which, fun fact, so if you're playing a regular 12-player match, third place can actually pull triple reds even in like close distance. So it's like half of it's like half of the item system is distance based, while the other half is more or less position based. So if anything, it's better to be in third than it is in second, since in regular versus mode, second cannot pull triple reds. In fact,
Interesting.
It's actually harder for second to pull reds, or at least 2 reds. All right, so this is Whistle Stop Summit. I think this is starting to become a fan favorite for competitive, since if we were to play the actual track, there is a giant shortcut at the very end, which saves 2 seconds, and it's very difficult to pull off here. So we are actually gonna take an alternate route here, which is actually faster, since we're not only using the rails. Come on! Oh, that's unfortunate. So I was actually trying to spam left tricks right there to actually align myself, but I think I got off the rail a little too late right there, which is honestly pretty rare to hit Lakitu from that angle, but honestly, no big deal. That's like -1 second, considering that it was a quick fall off there. So
Yeah.
So that was a Whistle Stop, and we're actually going to be returning to a track that we actually played first, which is Desert Hills, but instead of playing it forwards, we're actually going to do this track in reverse.
Ah.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, there's like, nothing cool other than just playing the track in reverse. So, JD, if you have, anything you would like to say, now's the perfect time.
Yeah, thanks, Peas. So I do want to reiterate, we do have that costume bid war, and much gratitude to the Morgan donor from earlier to help us get started on that. Again, we do have 4 options there, and it is a rolling bid war, so we'll continue to be tracking donations to that, not just during this run, but also during that Guild Wars 2 showcase as well. We just hit $3,450, which is super exciting, and with just a little bit more to go in this Mario Kart World run, we would love to see 3,500. Chat, I know that we can do that. That's just a handful of $5 donations out there. Let's make that happen and get this costume bid war spicy.
Yes. Keep the donations coming. We have 3 more cups to go through. This one is probably, actually, the next 2 cups are really ramping up in difficulty, especially on lap 6. All right, so we're gonna start things off with Toad's Factory. We're gonna say hi to Berto here. That's my queen. Berto also says trans rights.
Trans rights.
All right, so again, this is Toad's Factory, and pretty good start. I kind of want either a ghost or a shroom behind this. I might pull defense, and I pulled a feather. Okay. Whoa, that's a red shell. Should go a little wide here. They haven't shot the red. Oh, okay. I expected it to be like instantly thrown, but do a little bit of cheesing, and now we are back in first. I do need to get some coins though, since coins will make me a little faster. And this one is also pretty bullish when it comes to its ending, because you have these chain jumps here. And many runs I've actually have gotten lap 1 shocked and put in a very bad mood because of that. All right, so that's Toad's Factory, and we can do our first blue shell dodge. There we go.
Nice.
So, fun fact, it's actually easier to dodge blue shells in this game versus Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They made the window a bit more lenient, so you can use your shroom slightly early, and you can still like dodge the blue from there. So really nifty change that they made there.
Yeah.
All right, so I believe this one I can actually hope and pray to get a star patooey. So I'm gonna find a place to take a little shortcut. If it's not this one, then I think it's probably the next cup. I mean, regardless, we're racing through part of Mario Bros. Circuit, but I believe in this one we're actually going back to Choco Mountain. So a little bit of N64 love here.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a red shell. Oh, that's a blue shell as well. You know what? I do want to dodge this blue. There we go.
Ooh, nice.
All right. I have options. I think I'm going to take a teeny tiny. No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. Okay. Well, now I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a.
It happens.
Yeah. It wasn't like the end of the world if I didn't take the. I was actually going to use the stream like right here since it saves a bit more time versus using it there. Well, where I got ghosted. So. Anyways, we are back to Choco Mountain, or I should say Industrial Mountain, because when you play the actual track, it's actually Choco Mountain. I don't know what they did to this track, but it's not like as I remember it. Do not hit me. Yeah. Thank you, Chuck. All right. That is a great show. Where did the show come from? Interesting. All right, cool. Now, I play a lot of competitive Mario Kart, so I tend to, I have a habit, it's a very good habit of looking behind me, especially when I'm running, because I do want to see what items are coming after me, especially when there's like bouncing grain shells and I need to like know where I need to go so that I don't get completely destroyed. You know, so on and so forth.
Being able to see behind you while you're driving is also generally a best practice too, even in real life.
Yes, yes. You know, it's really funny because back in 2016, there was a scientific study that proved that if you played Mario Kart, you were pretty much a good driver already, since the game, like, you know, teaches you like the mechanics, but it also gives you, you know, it enforces awareness skills, like whether you like it or not.
Like a real scientific study?
Yeah, actually. I think it was with Mario Kart Wii, because either Mario Kart Wii or Mario Kart 8, because of the Wii wheel. And of course with Mario Kart 8,
wow.
there's a wheel, a peripheral, a streamer peripheral that you can use.
I have to look this up. That is such a neat bit of Mario Kart lore. I love it.
I think it's why I was kind of able to pick up driving relatively quickly because I played a lot of Mario Kart as a kid.
That's fair. Denise, I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite Mario Kart item across all of the games that are out there? And of course, there are a few natural favorites that are there, but if you were to choose an interesting item, what's your favorite item?
Any fake item box enjoyers?
Ooh.
I feel like it's a great way to trick people into, like, you know, thinking about grabbing a box, but for some reason Nintendo decided to get rid of it. I feel like,
oh yeah,
I feel like it's just that item that felt like Mario Kart to me, because my first Mario Kart game was actually MK64, and that was my first introduction to the fake item box, and I've been fooled by that item a handful amount of times.
yeah, exactly. Do you mind if I sneak in a quick challenge for chat?
Oh, go for it.
So, I mean, if he's just shared fake item, if there are any fake items out there, fake item boxes out there, lovers out there, please go ahead and let us know. But I'd love for you to make a donation and share with me your favorite Mario Kart item and tell me what it does. I haven't played a lot of Mario Kart. It's really just Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64 and a little bit of Double Dash, because those were more my time while I was playing video games. So there are a lot of wacky items that are out there. Feel free to include your favorite item and what it does. You can even lie to me, chat. And you can decide whether or not to gaslight me about it too. So minimum donation is $1. Get those donations in.
Well, okay, it's not exactly a lie. I will say though, like, I feel like if I were to pick any item that I want to see back in the games is definitely the fake item box. So
yeah,
the PAL block was also pretty unique. Trying to think of like other cool items.
Yeah, because now that you bring up fake item box, I absolutely loved the fake item box as well. And my strategy around that is that I would put it where items were and like right in front of the item too. So, or right before it, so that no matter what, if you were going for the quote unquote box, you were gonna get hit.
Okay, that was awesome. So
nice.
That's actually a strat that you really can't do with Bowser. I'm gonna take this right here, because that's gonna mess up my line for the other strat. I should be able to make this. 1, 2, yep. There we go. Triple trees.
Nice.
And I completely forgot to mention, this is my favorite track in the whole game.
Oh, yay!
So it's really nice that I was actually able to hit literally every strat that I would go for if I was not using Bowser. So that's DK Pass. Best track in the game.
Nice stuff.
Right.
Aw, his little win animation is so cute.
You know what? I'll give Swoop that much. It does save time for 30 tracks, and you know it's kind of cool seeing Swoop spin around every once in a while.
There you go. There you go. While you're getting the next cup ready, I do see Alec K47 in the chat sharing that spamming the glowing / golden mushrooms is always fun. I definitely agree with that. And Alec had donated $35 to our great friend Sarah, saying, I might not have a ton of money to throw around, but here's the rest of it. To cats, because I think Doodle wants that one too. I'm glad to help you get back on your feet, and when you're able, I look forward to seeing you at another GDQ. This community has your back. Alec, thank you so much for that touching donation and for supporting our wonderful friend Doodleplex. Your generosity is so appreciated.
Can we get W's in the chat for Sarah?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So we are now into Airship Fortress. I think Airship Fortress is pretty much like, the other fan favorite track that people wanted in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But to be honest, I'm really glad that they held off on bringing the track back and putting it in Mario Kart World, since it plays super beautifully with the new mechanics, and it almost feels like a brand new track. Now, speaking of the golden mushroom, we do have it in first. And I'm actually gonna get on this rail so I can get some coins. Ignore these hammer bros, just throwing their hammers at me. All right, so very good Airship Fortress, and we're coming up to a fan favorite. I'm saying fan favorite a lot. Jeez, a favorite track from Mario Kart 7 Shy Guy Bazaar. But unfortunately, we're not racing through it. Of course, we're racing part of it. And there's a blue shell. This is really good. Oh,
it's okay. Just speed through. Just speed through.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because of the fact that I was afraid that the Piranha Plant was actually going to Piranha Plant. The Kamek was actually going to prevent me from using my item, but I forgot that that really happened that way. So we're just going to go in through here.
Yeah. Gotta go Doomies.
Yep. Now, I actually want a feather here, because now, had I not had to burn my gold in there, I was actually going to use it for a strat that I actually want to do. Or actually, not really a feather. I kind of want a green. Oh, thank you, Boo.
Double box, let's go. Oh.
Let's just do this real quick.
We are right there, yeah.
Okay, Chuck. Spamming that red there, aren't we? All right, you know what? That's fine. We can do a little bit of thorn for content. Oh, he had a red shell feather. What do I get? Coin. That's awesome. And I think that's the last item that I could possibly pull. So that is okay. I am gonna go for it the hard way, actually. So what we're gonna do, we'll line up right around here. Oh, okay, we got it somewhat. So we're gonna get on this rail, and I should barely pull it. Actually, you know, that's fine. Yeah. Goodbye, Mr. Chuck. He's getting redded. Nice.
Nice.
All right. So now this is a Mario Bros. Circuit again, or actually for the final time here, actually. Really nothing much here other than, you know, we're just taking the back road, to say the least. And I believe, oh, okay, we actually get to visit Crown City again, but not the actual Crown City. I'm gonna call it the Radical Highway version of Crown City. To all of my fellow Sonic fans out there. You know, it took maybe like 50 or so minutes for me to not say anything about Sonic, because I've actually been playing a lot of Sonic Racing Crossroads lately. And full transparency, I have not touched this game like literally since Crossroads came out, and it's amazing how I still have my markup muscle memory for this.
There you go. So good.
But I think it's part of me being a strong racing gamer, to say the least. So, all right. So if I line this up correctly, okay, you know what? We'll make it work. We're just gonna go around this way. So it's actually faster compared to going all the way around. The main goal was to actually get on top of that building there, but you know what? That still works. All right, so this is the Radical Highway version of Crown City, but we are not going to go on those railings there, since they do lose us a little bit of time. Now, apparently, I believe if you're in second, you can actually trigger a a vehicle to pop out here. So, you know, let's just have a little fun. You know, just go on this little glider here. Man, it'd be so cool if that little bus, you know, just came out of nowhere. But I think it only works for folks in second. So it's like right around here. Oh, that is a blue shell, unfortunately. Am I able to? No, to rewind. Oh, yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, come here. No, no.
Oh.
I'm getting in this car. Come on. There we go. Okay, good to know that it actually does come out the more so now. I kind of wonder if I'm able to do that just in general. So down a bunch of science, and now we are racing through Madagascar again. Good old faraway Oasis, without the Oasis part.
If you want to remind Pat that with that generous donation that Alec had shared, we are just $15 away from 3.5K. Let's make it happen.
Ooh, 3,500. We're almost there. All right, these cute little zebras here. Look at their cute little eyes.
Oh.
And unfortunately, this elephant is a bit of a pace lock, and what I mean by pace lock is that there are certain things that are on a global cycle, which means they'll happen regardless, and there are also certain situations that will happen depending if you spend X amount of time, you know, in that certain track. Now, oh, go away from me. All right, so we got turned into the Piazza again. There is not a star opportunity this time around. That is okay, because I will hit this patui and use the mushroom. And that's a red shell. Man, we just can't have fun.
Another one. There.
Oh, I forgot to mention, shoutouts to the iframes update. So in version 1.30, the most recent update, Nintendo actually buffed the iframes for I think like all the characters actually. So it's much more difficult to get Mario Karted now.
I was gonna say, I was expecting all three of those shells to hit you, and you were only affected by one because of those iframes, huh?
All right, so this is the hardest track for Knockout Tour. So this is a Great Block Ruins. Get this little UMT here. Get this shirt. Oh, okay. We're gonna go for it again. We're gonna rewind all the way here. I don't care if I lose. We're gonna have a little fun. Oh, actually, yeah, never mind. I do care. I was gonna go for the UMT, but I guess, you know, we can't have everything that we want. But it's fine because these bots do not know the cut that I'm about to go for here.
Nice, okay.
1, 2, 3. Trick off with this. 1, 2, 3. And shroom through the cut. And there we go.
Nice.
All right, so we don't have to worry about, you know, getting second in knockout. I'm just gonna back this corn shell, and there we go. All right, now we did throw a little bit in this cover, which is honestly okay, because totally y'all should get some more donations in, because we have one more cup to do, which is gonna be around like 9 to 10 minutes. No, not 10 minutes. Sorry, it's gonna be about like 9 minutes. So.
There we go, chat. There's the challenge. Let's get those donations in. Tell me about your favorite Mario Kart items. Show some love for Swoop. Get some donations for that costume bid war. Let's go.
Let's go. All right. I do have a question. What's my current time right now?
Your current time on stream is showing about 103:45 or so.
Okay. So. That most likely means I'm going to finish this run with a 112. So that's basically 2 minutes off my PB, which is honestly fine. After all, we are using Swoop.
It's true, yes.
All right. And the fact that I ate like God knows how many blue shells.
You.
I was like, this is still like faster than my first run, and almost as fast as my GDQ run for that matter, so believe it or not.
Very nice, very nice.
All right, so this is our last drive-through of Shy Guy Bazaar, and then we're gonna come up to our last drive-through of Airship Fortress. Spoilers. And I am gonna use the star, I think at some point, like right around now, and hopefully we can dodge. Thank you.
Nice.
That is a clip. I guess I was predicting shock, but I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, that makes up for me failing blue dodge in Mario Kart World, so we'll take it. All right, so this ending of Shy Guy Bazaar is a little bit tricky here, since this part I would normally expect the CPUs to start spamming 6 reds at me, which means, hey CPUs, can you like follow the script and, you know, throw all those reds at me? I greatly appreciate it. You know, you don't have to, but like I think it'd be really nice if you did. You know, just so I can like, you know, have something to crash out over. No. Oh,
Nothing.
okay.
Oh.
Interesting. I actually could use my feather there. That was also for science. All right, is this a rail? Yes, interesting. Okay.
More science.
Yes. All right, so this is Airship Fortress, minus the airship part. I think this is more the fortress part, dare I say.
Yeah. And is the second out of 6 of this. That means we are edging closer to the end, folks. Let's get those donations in.
Yes, not a lot of time left. But dare I say, this has been a really good run regardless. Shoutouts to Osborne for actually asking me to, you know, put on a show with MKRO, and of course, shoutouts to Sarah.
Indeed.
All right, so that was another blue shell, and unfortunately, my rewind took a little bit longer, but I think that was because I was on a wall, and I think rewinds are handled differently. And oh, gonna hop over that. right, cool. I was able to get on top of that. We're basically doing a little bit of parkour here, just to be a little cool and awesome. Oh,
This whole game is parkour.
Now, actually, I forgot to talk about this game's main gimmick, aside from Knockout Tour, is essentially, this is open world Mario Kart, so we do have the, free roam aspect of the game where you can actually collect 150 panels, and there's also like, I believe, 200 Peach medallions, and there's like 394 P block missions. So it's the closest that we can get to a mission mode in this game, as a lot of us, including myself, have been really wanting Mario Kart to bring back a mission mode for Mario Kart DS. Ooh, I wanted to get on top of that, but that's okay. So this is Drybone's Burnout, one of my favorite nitro tracks in this game. This kind of like gives a whole vibe of Bone Dry Dunes, but also more or less the Dry Bones aspect of it. Oh wait, this is perfect. I'm gonna slow down here. Actually, we're gonna be a little funny. So we can get this right. There we go.
Nice.
All right, so I actually had a run where I was able to dodge the blue, as I was approaching the motion without having to slow down as much. So I thought that'd be a little cheeky to, do.
Use the stage to help you.
Okay, that's actually perfect. Nice iframes.
Nice.
All right, so now we are coming up to Mario Circuit for the final time. Oh, hello, mushrooms.
Yeah.
All right.
Halfway through, chat. Let's go.
And Mario Circuit is pretty short, so actually Mario Circuit and Movement Meadows for the final time are going to be relatively short, so not a whole lot of time.
Make me speedrun reading those donations. Let's get them in. Let's show our support for Sarah.
All right. So that was Mario Circuit 3 that we raced through, and actually the main gimmick of Mario Circuit in this game is basically a combination of all three MCs from Super Mario Kart. And actually, in order, all three of them have appeared in a Mario Kart game. So we start with MC1 from MKDS, MC2 from Mario Kart 7, and then MC3 from MKWii and 8 Deluxe. So pretty nice touch to just combine all three Mario circuits. And
So cool.
And that's Kamek. Oh, the Mini Bud. Nice. And thankfully, they're just there to be cute. We don't have to worry about getting completely bamboozled by them. And say hello to the cows for one last hoorah.
More like moo-rah.
Moo. All right. I forgot to mention as well, there's actually no timer on shocks or blues. So if the game really hated me, there could have been like another shock pulled at a different set, like literally after it was used. So
Wow.
yeah, pretty bullish, but thankfully we don't have to worry too much about it in this run. I think I've only had one knockout tour race where blue was thrown not only like 10 seconds after it was thrown at me. And speak of the devil.
At least you were able to rewind on a speed boost pad.
Yes, just to get back to full acceleration. That's also a valuable strat as well. To like really not use your rewind button. You could just like take the blue or the shock on the boost panel and then get back up to full speed from there. All right, now if I had a feather, this would have been really cool, but we can just charge jump through that part of the garden, And we are now up to Peach Stadium, which is the final course for this whole run. And so timer is going to be in about 50 seconds.
Wow, and just really quick to celebrate reaching $3,500.
GG.
We had a $15 donation for raffle. No comment provided, but all of the generosity and love to our good friend Sarah. Chat, thank you so much for racing to that 3.5K, and we are inching ever so closer to that milestone of 3650 to see Sarah's cats in Guild War 2.
Let's go. Let's fucking get this. No, I wanted the edge trick, but it's fine. So, any edge is trickable, any wall is trickable. We're almost done with MK World. And timer's gonna be very, very soon. Oh, here we go. Come on. Get those rights out the way. Yep, there we go.
Yep.
All right. And that's time.
GG's.
And that, my awesome friends, is Mario Kart World for the Nintendo Switch 2. Of course, it's really hard in this day and age to grab a hold of the latest Nintendo console, but if you have the funds and if you're looking for a brand new Mario Kart experience, I highly recommend the Switch 2 because I think very soon the Switch 1 is probably going to be close to nostalgia status or close to retro status. But in any case, MK World is really fun for being a brand new game and a brand new experience. So if you're wanting to play this game competitively or want to meet more folks in this awesome community, I recommend that you join the Mario Kart Central Discord to make yourself an MK Central account by going to their website. Same thing with the speedruns. There's also, I think if you just go to this game's SRC, you can find the dedicated Discord for it. So again, shout outs to MK Central and the MK Speedrunning Discord. And shout outs to literally every single one of you in the chat for supporting Sarah and supporting all the runners out there as well who have come together to help them in this time of need. And if you want to see more of my content, it may not be MK World. I think this game is just for entertainment purposes now. My Twitch is peassmb. I'm gonna be playing a lot of Sonic Racing Crossworlds. And that's also my Twitter and my Blue Sky. So that's all for me. I've yapped enough. It is time for me to go to bed. So thanks for having me. I'll catch you all later. Have a good night.
Well done, Peas, on an amazing run of Mario Kart World, all knockout tours. GG's, and thank you for your support of Sarah and everyone in chat for our support of our good friend Doodleplex to raise $3.5 thousand to be able to help her find housing and financial security. We will be right back after just a little bit where we will turn things over to the one and only Sarah to be able to showcase a one-handed showcase of chapters 1 and 2 of Guild Wars 2. Stand by, everybody. Hello, everyone, once again. If you're just tuning in, we are at the tail end of our wonderful mutual aid event, Saving Sarah, also known as Doodleplex, who will be our next and final runner for this awesome 5-day event. We as a community have banded together to be able to help raise money for our good friend who's currently facing housing insecurity due to a harmful family and relationship situation and needs our help to get back on her feet. Every single donation goes directly towards securing housing and financial stability for Sarah. Doodleplex, she's a valued member of the volunteer community who helps out whenever she can, and now we're here to help her. Together, as a community, we've raised $3,500 for our dear friend Sarah, and it's not over yet. We are going to be closing out this marathon with Guild Wars 2, played one-handed by Doodleplex herself, showing off story chapter 1 and 2, and currently has an active bid war for the costume that'll be worn and showcased during the run. It's going to be a rolling bid war, so we're going to check in frequently throughout to see what exactly is going to be showcased on screen. Our options include Midnight Hunter, Magical, Hologram, and our current leader of Adventurous Cat, which of course is great because that just means more cats on stream. But if you'd like to change things up and see a little bit of the love or share a little bit of the love with other costumes that can be seen, please go ahead and consider making some donations towards those other options. And those donations still go towards an all-important extra milestone incentive set at $3,650, just $150 away to be able to see Sarah's cats in Guild Wars 2. If we're able to go ahead and meet that incentive, we do want to make note that inside the game itself, we can see Sarah's cats. During an ArenaNet fundraising event for Extra Life in the past, where you could donate to put a pet in the game, Doodleplex had contributed. So she donated to have all 3 of her cats, including her late cat Lily, in the game as hidden characters, and we could get to see them with your donations. So we need to make sure that we get those donations rolling to be able to show Sarah and her cats some love, to be able to get them on screen during the game. So !donate in chat. Dictate what costumes get seen, and we are and continue to show some love in support of our dear friends. I'm gonna go ahead and take a peek to see how we're doing with that setup of our final game, and I'll see you all again soon.